Hey everyone, welcome back to Mathematics with Arman, your trusted space for clear and smart learning. Today we are diving into a very important chapter from class 6, 7 and 8, Maths, Lines and Angles. Have you ever wondered what a straight line really is, or why we call some angles right and some acute? Well, in this class I will explain it all, with simple examples, tricks and clear diagrams. So grab your notebook and pencil, sit tight and let's learn mastering lines and angles together. And hey, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you find this helpful. Let's grow and learn together. So lines and angles is our topic. Topics to be covered. For class 6th, for class 7th and for class 8th. Line, what is a line? Angles, types of angles, how to make angles, properties, this much we have to cover. Properties and parallelogram and some shape properties. So what we will cover: lines, angles, types of angles, how to make angles, properties, some shape properties. So I will tell you lines, angles, types of angles and how to make angles is in class 6th. Properties is in class 7th, and with lines, angles and properties, and some shape properties are added to class 8th. Now let's cover first two for class 6th. Line, this is a line, this is a ending point and finishing point. Ending, starting and finishing point. If it starts from here and there is no end, it means the line will never end. It's for infinity. It's for infinity. So this is a line. Now we will cover angles. What is angle? What is in angle? There are two lines: horizontal and vertical. There are two lines. If you know that what is horizontal and what is vertical. Horizontal stands like this, horizontal stands like this. and vertical stands like this. This stands for horizontal and vertical. Now we have covered angles, lines. Now how angle formed, how angles forms. How angles forms. Okay. When two perpendicular lines, horizontal and vertical, when two perpendicular lines, horizontal and vertical joins, this part is called angle. This part is called angle, and this I have made a right angle. Right angle is equal to 90 degree. Now this I have covered how angle forms when two perpendicular lines joins to each other, horizontal and vertical, that the space between them is called angles, and how angle forms. Now we will cover now what types of angles. Definitions comes in class 6 and 7. There is a working, and class 8 there is a proper properties and all mixed up types of angles. What are the types of angles? First, acute angle. So I will tell you the definition. Angle which is more than 45 degree but less than 90 degree is called acute angle. Angle which are more than 45 degree. Angle which are more than 45 degree but less than 90 degree is called acute angles. This is that proper definition of this. Now I will show you how. Now this perpendicular, this is a horizontal. Now I have make this, and the angle inside this is an acute. It's acute angle. Acute. I have not measured correctly because it's not from protector. So after acute angle we discuss two right angle. Right angle. What is right angle? So first we will definition. First we will write definition. Equal to 90 degree. I have to give you the example earlier also, but I am giving you again example. This joins and this. and the angle forming this is 90 degree. I again tell you that this is not properly measured, and so I have to measure it with protractor, but I don't have protractor now. Okay, acute angle, right angle was second. Okay, writing here second view, acute angle and right angle. Now we will cover acute angle is in straight line. This is a line, straight line, which shows the degree, which shows the angle. It is equal to, first I will write, it is equal to 180 degrees. It is equal to 180 degree. Okay, straight line is dead, therefore this will be the line, and the angle forming this is 180 degree. Okay, next is our obtuse angle. Obtuse angles. Obtuse angles, first I will tell you definition. Angles which are, you can write down the notes, which are more than, angles which are more than 180 degree, sorry, which are more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called obtuse angle. It's called obtuse angles. Angles which are more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called obtuse angles. Now the examples. Which are more than 90 degree. More than 90 degree, I have made this. This is a vertical line and this horizontal line came here. The space here I have drawn 120 degree, as it is also more than 90 degree, and but there is a two condition. It should be more than 90 degree and less than 180 degrees. Every time there is a condition. This obtuse angle have this acute angle more than 45 degree but less than 90 degree, and in right angle or straight line it should be equal to 90 degree, then it's right angle or straight line. Now next is our reflex angle. Next is our reflex angle. Angle which is more than 180 degree but less than angle which is more than 180 degree but less than 300 but less than 360 but less than 360 degree is called reflex angle. It's called reflex angle. Angle which is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called reflex angle. Now we will tell you about example. Suppose I have made this. This is a line. This is 180 and this I have made, or this I have made. This I have made. I can't tell you directly that what is the measure, but you can measure. Okay, reflex angle is more than 180 but less than 360. You should be knowing that angle should be 180 degree more 180 degree, more than 180 degree, and should not be bigger than 360 degree. You should be clear of that. Now next is our this is fifth, two more is left. Sixth one, right, not right. Sixth one is complementary angles. Complementary angles. I will go out to proper definition. Angles, two angles which are summed and we get the measure measure of 90 degree is called complementary angles. Two angles which are summed and we get the measure of 90 degrees called complementary angles. I will tell you the example. Okay, suppose there are two angles x and y and we summed and we get 90 degree, then that is a complementary angle. Complementary angle is done. Okay, now example, if the x is, I have taken x 60 degree, then y have taken 30 degree, and we summed is, the sum is 90 degree. So these 60 and 30 are 60 degrees and 30 degrees are the complementary angles. So till now we have covered lines. Again I am telling, lines, angles, types of angles, how to make angles. We have to study properties, some shape properties we have to do. Till now we have done lines, angles. Types of angles, one part is there, let's cover it. The part is 7th, which is supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. Okay, now we are discussing supplementary angles. Two angles which are summed and we get the measure degree is called two angles which are summed and we get the measure 180 degrees is called supplementary angles. Is called supplementary angles. And now I'm telling you this how x plus y are the x and y are the angles and we get some 180 degree. Okay, one more thing I will tell you about in this complementary and supplementary, which is most important in these kind of questions. Suppose I have taken x 150 degrees and y 30 degree. Okay, 150 degree and y 30 degree. Now if we sum that we get 180 degree, which is our supplementary angles. Now one more question is there in these types. Okay, one more question. Two questions came from the smallest supplement where both x and y measures are same. This is a type of supplementary. Okay, because I have write supplement. So now I will do the solution. Okay, as we know that supplement time there is 180 degree sum. We want both the same. Then we will divide. We will do the half. Then we will do the half. X and x. 2x will be equal to 180 degree. X will be equal to 180 upon 2 and x will be equal to 90 degree. Means both the angles are 90 degree, and it is the smallest. We can't do in the condition of same. In the condition of same. This is the very good question, and most of the questions came from here. Supplement. Now complement. Second question is smallest complement where both x and y measures are same. Now you should to be aware that complement means sum is 90 degree and supplement means sum is 180 degree. Now we'll go through the solution. What is the solution? X and y are the measures whose sum is 90 degree. We want same, then we will put x as x and y as x only. X plus x, 2x will be equal to 90 degree. X will be equal to 90 upon 2 and x will be equal to 45 degree. This is the answer. 45 degree, both the angles are 45 degree. So in this way we have covered lines, angles and types of angles. Now we have to cover how to make angles. How to make angles. How to make angles. How to make angles. I will just tell you in the one line. By the help of pencil. You want pencil, ruler, and last thing, most important, protractor. In this way you can make angles. Now next topic is our properties. Properties we will cover. Properties. How many properties are there? Vertically opposite angles, linear pair, vertically opposite angles, linear pair, vertically opposite angles, linear pair, adjacent angles, vertically opposite angles, linear pair, adjacent angles are the properties. Alternate angles, corresponding angles, corresponding angles, corresponding angles, vertically opposite angles, linear pair, adjacent angles and alternate angles, and corresponding angles. Vertically opposite angles are, suppose I am making one with the line which is cutting is a transversal. Okay, these are two parallel lines. These are two parallel lines. Vertically opposite angles are, okay, these are vertically opposite angles. Also this and this, and this is a pair of linear pair. Okay, these also are linear pair. Adjacent angles, these alternate angles are Z. These are a measure of 180 degrees. Corresponding angles, this and this, this and this, this and this are the corresponding angles are equal, and linear pair is also 180 degree, and vertically opposite angles are equal. In this way we have covered properties. Now we will cover some important shapes. Parallelogram, parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram I have made. These properties, opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal is the most important in angles. Okay, in this way we have covered. This was an most important shape. In this way we have covered. Let's do the quick revision, then we will start the worksheet. Lines and angles. What we covered: lines, angles, types of angles, how to make angles, properties, and some shape properties. Line, if there is a line and it has a starting and finishing, is also line, and have a only starting position is and not a ending position, it means it is an infinity line, never end, and this is also a line. Now what is angles? Angles comes in two parts, horizontal and vertical. How angle forms? How angle forms? when two perpendicular lines, horizontal and vertical, and forms called is 90 degree. Types of angle. Acute angle. Angles which are more than 45 degree but less than 90 degree is called acute angles. Right angle is equal to 90 degrees. Straight line is equal to 180 degrees. Obtuse angle is more than 90 and less than 180. More than 90 and less than 180. Reflex angle. Angle which is more than 180 but less than 360 is called reflex angle. Complementary angle when the two angles measures are 90 degree. X and Y 90 degree. Supplementary angles when two angles measure are 180 degrees are called supplementary. Smallest supplement is 90 degree and smallest complement is 45 degree. This we have covered. How to make angles by the help of pencil, ruler and protractor. Properties are there: vertically opposite angles, linear pair, adjacent angles, alternate angles, corresponding angles, and one important: in parallelogram opposite angles are equal. Now we have to cover this angle of the complementary and complementary angles. We have to find other angles. We have to find. Okay, 36. X plus 36 will be complementary is there, then x plus 36 is equal to 90 degree. X is equal to 90 minus 36. This is a long, okay. 54 degree is the answer. Now in short I will tell you all the answers. 40 degree, it means 90 minus 40. 50 degree is the answer. 70 degree, 90 degree minus 70 degree. 20 degree. 85 degree, 90 minus 85 degree equal to 5. It says 50, 90 minus 50 degree, 40 degree. Another is 20 degree, 90 degree minus 20 degree, 70 degree, 75, 90 degree minus 75 degree, 50, 25 degree, 90 minus 25, 65 degrees. In this way, one worksheet is completed about complementary angles. I again telling you that complementary and supplementary angles are the angles which came most in the exams. Tell you about the trick and one in long. Now what this we have to find x. There are two properties coming here. One, this is corresponding angles. Angles are same. X is equal to 120 degree. And however, we can solve this also like this. X is 120 degree. Then linear pair. Suppose we take this y and 180 minus linear pair is there, then x plus 120 will be equal to 180 degree. X will be equal to 60 degree. Now adjacent angles are there. 60 plus x is equal to 180 degree. X will be equal to 180 minus 60. X will be equal to 120 degree. Same answer, same. It means you can apply any property. Angle 1 is 57. Angle 2 will be equal to, linear pair is there, 180 minus 57, 123 degree. Angle 3 will be equal to Okay, angle 3 will be equal to angle 2. Angle 3 will also be 123 degrees. And angle 1 will be equal to angle 4. It means angle 4 will be equal to 57 degree. We have covered this. Okay. Find the value of x. 2x and 3x are adjacent angles. It means adjacent angles are supplementary. Means 180 degree. 2x plus 3x are 180 degree. 2x plus 3x, 5x is equal to 180 degree. X is equal to 180.5. X equal to 36 degree. Find the value of y and z. Find the value of y and z. You have to find this. A is 120, then z will be 120. Z is equal to 120 by corresponding. And z and y are in linear pair. 120 plus y is equal to 180 degree. Y will be equal to 180 minus 120. Y will be equal to 60 degree. Find x again. Corresponding angles. X will be equal to 110 degree only. Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Find x. These are adjacent angles. Again, x will be equal to 5x will be equal to 180, which means x will be equal to 36 degree, as we have done all this. This way we have done this also. This you can do. Okay, I'm telling some vertically opposite angles you have to find. These are vertically opposite angles, and these are the linear pair. Linear pair is also coming here. Okay, in this way you have to do this worksheet and name the pair of supplementary angles AB and CD, R and S, P and Q, RS and PQ. This not given any name. In this way I have covered a class worksheet plus full syllabus of lines and angles. Now I have to cover what? Worksheet. I'm not covering worksheet, I am giving worksheet as a homework. I will discuss it out. Okay, this is class 8th, class 7th, this is class 6th. Class, this is for class 6th. Okay, this is of class 6th. I will provide this worksheet to you. If you want this worksheet, you can contact me on 79831009. Okay, if you want the worksheets. An angle less than 90 degrees called acute. Some of the questions I will discuss here. MCQs only I will discuss. Okay, MCQs only I will discuss. Acute angle. A straight angle measures 180 degree. 180 degree. Two lines that never meet are called parallel lines. The angle formed between two perpendicular lines is 90 degree. How many degrees are formed in a full angle? 360 degree. after that you can, here there is a homework. One question I am telling you, this is a challenge question for class 6th. Linear pair is there, and angle is given. Angle A plus angle B, first will be first thing, angle A plus angle B. If there is linear pair, then its sum will be 180 degree. Angle A is given, but 65 degree. You have to find angle B, which is equal to 180 degree. Angle B will be, we will transpose, okay? We are transposing. For class 6, this is new. 180 minus 65. 5, 115 degrees the answer, okay? For class 6, this is new. That's why I told you this. Now we have covered class 6 worksheet, okay? Class 6 worksheet is comprises of this only, and class 7 is now there. This is for class 7th. What is the measure for right angle? Is this a question for class 7th? Yes, you are listening correctly. This question is correct. The measure of a right angle is 90 degree, but most of the students get it wrong, as they did not focus correctly. They know, but they didn't see correctly, and they got a wrong question. Now next question, how many angles are formed when two lines intersect? Suppose there is two lines intersecting. It means lines intersect, it is intersect. Now what is, how many angles formed? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. 4 angles are formed when two lines are intersect. Which of the following pairs are not supplementary? Okay, tell. 60 plus 120, 180. 30 plus 150, 180. 90 plus 90, 180. This means one option only left, 90 and 45 degree. Option A. Vertically opposite angles are, this is come from where? Properties. Vertically opposite angles are what? They are equal. If one angle of a linear pair is 65 degree, the other is, here we have solved this in class 6 challenge. 180 minus 65, which will be equal to 115 degree. Okay, define the following is there. Complementary angle, I have told you. What is a linear pair, I have told you. Okay, now came into the this. Again, complementary angles are there. Here complementary angles are there whose sum is 90 degree. One of them is 45 degree. X plus y is equal to 90 degree. X is 47 degree. 47 degree plus y will be equal to 90 degree. Y will be equal to 90 minus 47 degree. Y will be equal to 43 degrees. Okay, this is a challenging question for class 7, hence it's not a challenging. Class 7 is covered. Class 6 is covered. Now class 8 to be covered. Class 8 is written, if two angles are supplementary, and one is 110 degree, if two angles are supplementary and one is 110 degree. What is the other? X plus 110 will be 180 degree. X will be equal to 180 minus 110 will be equal to 70 degree. That's the answer. X will be equal to 70 degree. When two lines intersect, again same question I think. Two lines intersect. How many pairs of vertically opposite angles are formed? This is a pair and this is also a pair. When two lines intersect, it is asking not how many angles are intersect, it is written how many pairs are formed. Pairs 4 upon 2, which will be equal to 2. Most of the students get it wrong, thinks that this is a class 6 or class 7 question, but you have to read the question carefully. Two lines that intersect and forms 90-degree angles are called perpendicular lines. Which of the following statements is true? Which of the following statement is true? Linear pair angles are always equal? No. Complementary angles sum to 180? No. Vertically opposite angles are equal? Yes. Vertically opposite angles are equal. All adjacent angles form 180 degree? No. This means answer is C. Vertically opposite angles are equal. An angle greater than 180 but less than 360 is called greater than 180 but less than 360. Right will be equal to 90 degree, straight will be equal to 180 degree, acute will be equal to less than more than 45 and less than 90 degree. Then answer will be reflexing. Define the following with examples. Linear pair, vertically opposite angles, pair of complementary angles, supplementary angles. Now let's see challenging question. Line AB is parallel to line CD and EF. Line AB is parallel to line CD. These are the lines EF. Is a transversal. If angle AEF is 70, find angle EFT. EFT. This you have to find. This will be 180 minus 70, 110, and 110 will be answer. 110 degrees the answer of the question. Alright students, that's the end of today's topic, lines and angles. We learned about types of lines, angles, and how to identify them in real life and diagrams. Now it's your turn to solving the practice questions I have given in the description or pinned comment. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more smart, simple and fun learning. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next class.